Okay, so today we are at the library. So it's a little bit, don't worry about looking at yourself. It's a little bit different than being at home. We did this for one of the last times that we met, right? A couple of weeks ago. We also came to the library, so we're sitting in the same spot. We kind of know what's going on. What's been going on in school?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Yeah.
What special did you have yesterday?
PE.
What time is your special?
Last period.
Okay.
I have gym last period.
Do you guys bring your like backpacks and stuff with you, or do you, when the bell rings, do you go to your locker and then go?
We don't have bells.
How do you know that the period's over?
The teacher tells us.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
We don't have that middle school vibe yet. Next year, though, we will have the middle school.
So do they
vibe.
have the bells in the upper classes?
Downstairs, yeah.
So the upstairs is the like 4th and 5th grade, and the downstairs is 6th, 7th, 8th?
Well, 6th, 5th, and 4th is upstairs. And
7th and 8th is downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so Joy and Joey are downstairs beneath me. So, yeah.
Okay.
I have crazy hair.
I love it. It's so fun.
It's opposite day.
That is perfectly fine. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do the same beginning that we did last time. So have you ever seen a long word that's really hard to read?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you already know how to read these short words by sounding them out. So today we're going to use the same skill to break the bigger words into parts. We did this last time. So we're going to divide words into...
Bibliography.
Yeah, we're going to divide words into syllables so that the long words don't feel overwhelming. So we're going to start with this page. We're going to break the words cooperate, co-op-er-ate, and you're going to write the word parts. Last week, I did write the answers on the back of these cards. This week, I'm not writing the answers on the back of these cards, so we can continue to use them throughout the sessions, and I don't have to reprint and recut. We're going to utilize these sort of, let me show you, worksheets to write our answers down. Okay, so I want you to start with this worksheet. I want you to say the word out loud and try to clap through the syllable. Like cooperate, co-op-er-ate. We know it has 4 syllables. You write the word parts in each of the boxes.
Cotton wood.
You see how you clap 3 times and we filled out 3 boxes? Yeah, perfect.
Bibliography.
Perfect.
I kind of want to watch Wednesday, but...
Let's finish this and we can talk all about Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday has some big words too.
I'm watching it.
So let's
And the big monster.
let's tap out some words. Maybe we could do subtitles. We'll talk about it. Maybe I'll pull a little excerpt. Okay, keep going.
I don't know. The word.
What do you think it says?
Obstacle.
Perfect.
V.
Perfect.
Permission.
Yeah.
Administration.
Yeah. Great.
Exercise.
Try again.
Exercise. I keep saying the T.
It's okay. Exercise. Good job.
Slide.
This is beautiful work. This is amazing. Compared to last week, this is so much better. You're doing a good job. Awesome. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Write your name. Okay. So remember last week the answer was on the back. This week the answer is not on the back. If you need me to show you the answer or you're really stuck, just let me know and I will write it on a little tiny sticky note. But I want you to do the same thing we just did. It doesn't have the boxes in this one.
I'll get it. Yay, I was under the table.
I want you to do the same thing we just did on the other paper, but this one doesn't have the boxes. So I want you to look at this as the first one.
Okay.
What does that say?
Deniement. I don't know.
Try again. No, just tell me what that says.
Dynamite.
Close.
Dynamite. Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Oh. That's a B.
Have an eraser over here if you need this. Perfect. How many syllables does that have?
3.
Nice. Okay. What about, give you a different one.
Investable.
What is it?
Investable. Invisible.
There you go.
Invisible.
Perfect.
Invisible.
Perfect. Yeah, great job.
Yay.
Perfect. Let's do this one.
Harmonica. Harmonica.
Beautiful. Here's a really tricky one.
Incomprehensible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Incomprehensible.
Start writing it. In. Comp. Re. Incomprehensible. Sible. I'm really impressed that you read that without tapping it out. That's a really long word. Sible. Good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6.
Incomprehensible.
5 or 6?
6.
You got it. Okay. Try to pick some words we did not do last week. Here's another really tricky one.
Representable.
Let me see. Close.
Representative.
Yeah.
Representative.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Beautiful. This one.
Wahoo.
Let's figure it out.
Individual.
Close.
Individual.
Close.
Individual. Old. I don't know.
You're saying it. Individual. You said it.
Individual.
Individual. I'm giving you tricky ones on purpose. You're doing a really good job.
Synthesis.
Yeah.
Synthesis.
Yep. Amazing.
Easy. Too easy.
Too easy. All right. Let's see what I can do. Excuse me.
Antibiotical.
Nope.
Antibiotical.
Nope.
Antibiotics. Antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
Antibiotics.
Yeah. Good job. Ooh, this is another hard one I found.
Sleigh.
Sleigh.
Planetarium. Planetarium.
Close.
Planetarium.
Tear.
Planetarium.
You know what that is?
No.
Oh, there's a really good planetarium not far from us. A planetarium is like a little, how would I describe it? Like an auditorium that you go in and you learn all about space, and it looks like space. The roof is a dome shape. It's really cool. You can see like shooting stars and stuff. They have one at CCM. Tear. Planet. Air. How many got left? One?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1 or 2. 2. Particular. Particular. Next one.
Wow. Really awesome. All right, let's do one last one before we move on. Here we go.
Democracy.
Nice.
Democracy. Done.
Very good.
Yay.
Amazing. I love it. Okay. So now, what I want us to do is write your name.
Okay.
We're almost about to move on to the next section.
Oh, this.
Well, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to say a word to you, and I want you to write it in the box under how many syllables it has.
Okay.
Automatic.
Automatic.
Let me know if you want to see the word to spell it.
I think I got it.
It's okay. I'll put it down after you guess if you guess, and then I'll give you the card, and then you can copy it. Give you an easy one. Temper.
Temper.
Put them there.
Didn't even have to look at it.
Precious.
Precious. 3.
Say it again. Say the word. Say the word precious.
Precious. Precious. Precious.
Precious.
Precious.
Say the word. Just say precious.
Precious. Precious. 3.
Precious.
Precious. 2.
That's a tricky one, and it's spelled really weird.
It looks like it's spelled.
Precious.
Yeah.
That's a really tricky one. It's only 2 syllables, but it is very tricky.
Ooh.
Agriculture.
Agriculture.
Wonderful.
Done.
Okay, next one's really tricky.
Okay.
Veterinarian.
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 Good. How many is that?
Veterinarian. 6.
There you go. Great.
Is there any water here?
I don't know, maybe.
Can we go check?
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to continue with some notes while you go check, okay?
Okay.
Written word. Perfect. All right, we're done with this section. And then set up for the next one. Okay. Interesting. Are you super thirsty?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. We're done with this section. Let's take just a little break. I'll come look with you. Okay. All right. You finished one of the sections already. Let's do this. Okay, we found the water. Let me get this set up before she comes back. Okay, come sit.
What are we gonna do?
Leave it flipped over.
I don't want to read.
That's what we're here to do. I'm gonna have a copy, and you're gonna have a copy. Leave it like that. Okay. we have a book, a passage. It's called Well, This Is Awkward. I have the same passage as you. I am going to have the passage too, and you're going to read it. You're going to read it 2 times, just like last time.
Goodbye.
1 time through, and then the second time we're going to record it and listen to a little bit of it. And I'm going to time you and see how long you read it. We are in the library though, so I want you to read quietly like this. Just like last time. There's a couple vocabulary words that you might not know what they say. Anxious, you know what that means, right? Feeling worried or nervous or afraid of something uncertain. Dread means to be very afraid of. Exclusive means keeping out all the others. So at 4 o'clock, the teachers have exclusive rights to the computer room, which means only they have it, keeping out to all others. Plead is to ask for something in a sincere or serious way. Okay. When you start reading it, I'm going to start timing you. I want you to read it through. You can use your pencil to help you if you want to mark stuff up. But read quietly.
Alina scared school
Impatient.
and impatient and anxious. It was bad. Her parents were making her talk. Take it after class after school. She
Wasn't
even Chinese. Her parents were from the Philippines. It's
important
to learn other languages. Her mom had said, but now she might not get home in time for something that was really important. This can get any worse. This can't get any worse, Alina thought. But then she saw Zoe
heading
her way as her
5th grade
classmate dropped her backpack on the ground. Alina froze.
Keep on.
I was
Wrong.
She
Thought.
Things just got so much worse. Now she had stand there waiting there with Zoe. she wasn't exactly with Zoe in the unrivaled
Universe.
universe of fifth grade
Alina and Zoe were on different planets.
Where are the things that Alina knew about Zoe?
Keep going.
She played soccer and then ballet.
Ballet. Raised.
Raised her hand in class a lot. Had perfect vision and had two best friends. Here are the things that Zoe probably knew or noticed or cared about Alina. Nothing, and her in
Here's
what Alina knew about herself. She wasn't good at playing any sport. She was nervous anytime a teacher called on her, and this year she had to start wearing glasses. In addition, her BFF since she was 4 years old moved away last summer, and Alina didn't even
Just a little quieter. You're good. You're perfect.
didn't
Even have one close friend at her school anymore.
The only thing that Alina was enthusiastic about was
Anime.
And that was why she had to be home by 5:30 tonight. The creator of her favorite anime season, Breakfast
Academy.
would be information about her.
We'll be doing a live question and answer session online and might even be teasing exclusive information about her latest top secret project.
Where did you
Alina heard Zoe.
Alina heard Zoe warned what awesome activity she had been doing that afternoon. Zoe wasn't wearing a soccer uniform, and her hair wasn't in a bun from ballet. Maybe she was doing an after school project, and teenagers do. I bet
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
I bet she's a black belt.
I bet she's a black belt. Alina Alina thought. Alina considered asking Zoe about it, but it would she say? What are what are you doing here? Might make her sound mad or mean. Where are you coming from? Might take her sound too noisy. And what would happen if after Alina asked her something, Zoe pretended not pretended not to hear and didn't even bother to reply? Finally,
The awkwardness was unbearable. At the top.
finally,
Stop.
with
What's going on in the story?
they're like in like a different universe, and Alina is trying to ask Zoe something, but she's afraid that Zoe won't even bother to reply.
Okay. Can I read you the first page again?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to focus on the story when you're just focusing on reading the words, right? It's really, really tricky, and we're going to get better at it every time we do it. So I'm going to read the first page that you read, and then we're going to pick up here again, okay?
Okay.
The story's called Well, This Is Awkward. Alina scanned the street in front of her school, looking for her mom. Where is she? Alina muttered under her breath, feeling impatient and anxious. It was bad enough that her parents were making her take Mandarin class after school. She wasn't even Chinese. Her parents were from the Philippines. It's important to learn other languages, her mom had said. But now she might not get home in time for something that was really important. This can't get any worse, Alina thought, but then she saw Zoe heading her way. As her 5th grade classmate dropped her backpack on the ground, Alina froze. I was wrong, she thought. Things just got so much worse. Now she had to stand there waiting with Zoe. Though she wasn't exactly with Zoe, in the universe of 5th grade, Alina and Zoe were on different planets. Here are the things that Alina knew about Zoe. She played soccer and did ballet, raised her hand a lot in class, had perfect vision, and had 2 best friends. Here are the things that Zoe probably knew or noticed or cared about Alina. Nothing. And here's what Alina knew about herself. She wasn't good at playing any sport. She was nervous anytime a teacher called on her, and this year she had to start wearing glasses. In addition, her BFF since she was 4 years old moved away last summer, and Alina didn't even have one close friend at her school anymore. The only thing that Alina was enthusiastic about was anime, and that's why she had to be home by 5:30 tonight. The creator of her favorite anime series, Breakfast Academy, would be doing a live question and answer session online and might even be teasing exclusive information about her latest top secret project. Alina heard Zoe sigh and wondered what awesome activity she had been doing that afternoon. Zoe wasn't wearing a soccer uniform, and her hair wasn't in a bun from ballet. Maybe she was doing an after-school program in Taekwondo. I bet she's a black belt, Alina thought. Alina considered asking Zoe about it, but what would she say? What are you doing here? Might make her sound mad or mean. Where are you coming from? Might make her sound too nosy. And what would happen if, after Alina asked her something, Zoe pretended not to hear her or didn't even bother to reply? The awkwardness was unbearable. So what's going on?
So, I think that Zoe is jealous of Alina.
Opposite.
The opposite. That Alina is jealous of Zoe.
Why? What's Zoe?
Because she's a black belt.
She's the popular girl, right? That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
That's what the story seems to be telling us.
Boom.
Taekwondo.
How can you say that?
Tai.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, it's kind of like karate. Okay, I want you to read this page. And I'll read the last page. Or we can go back and forth.
I want you to
Start
read
with
this
finally.
page. I want you to read
We will
this
go back
page.
and forth. You'll read this, 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 and I'll read the other ones. So start here. Finally.
Finally, wait, so I read.
You're going to read this paragraph, and then I'm going to read this one, and then you read that, and then I read that. We're going to go back and forth. All the ones that are starred, you're going to read.
Okay. Finally, with hugs,
A huge
sense of relief. She saw her mom heading her direction. Okay, Alina thought, I've seen to wait, and we can get out of here. She bent down and scooped up her bag, prepared for a quick getaway.
Perfect. When she looked up, however, Alina noticed her mom waving to Zoe's mother, who was also walking toward the school. Before Alina had a chance to say a word, the two parents started chatting. Oh no, Alina screamed internally. She wanted to grab her mom and hustle to the subway station so they can get home. If her mother started a conversation, it would take forever to escape. Tap the word out.
Fortunately,
Yep.
Zoe stepped in and pulled her mother's arm and implored, Mom, let's go.
Wait, are you heading to the train too? Zoe's mom asked Alina's mother. That's terrific. We can walk together. You're right here.
Zoe and Alina both rolled their eyes. Alina gave a small smile. At least they have one thing in common. But then she realized that she was now stuck with Zoe for the entire trip back to their neighborhood. Alina could only hope that this experience would be over soon. She called out to her mother, "Come on, Mom, I told you we had to be home by 5:30. Can't you walk faster?"
Alina's mom whipped her head around and gave her the look. You know that look, right? Yeah. Alina knew that expression. It meant that if she wanted to be allowed to hop online as soon as she got home, she should watch her tone, or better yet, keep her mouth closed.
As the girl trailed behind her mother, Alina noticed her classmate checking the time. Alina immigrant that Zoe was
She imagined that Zoe was dreading
being stuck with her and was
fervently
wishing that she were with her two best friends instead.
Both girls sputtered to a stop when they noticed their moms pausing in front of a market. Honey, Zoe's mom exclaimed, we don't have any fruit at home, so we better grab some here.
That reminds me, Alina's mom added, and need to pick up some. Was that your stomach?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Me too.
Some cereal for your.
Some cereal for your.
I don't know what that is.
Kima.
Okay.
Kia.
Whatever.
That means tummy, I think.
No, Alina and Zoe screeched simultaneously. Alina wondered if her mom was trying to torture her on purpose. They were already running late, and now she wanted to stop and get cereal for her older brother? This, and this, this, and this. That mom.
Mom, can't we just go home? Zoe
Pleaded.
pleaded,
It's kind of like begged.
adding the breakfast academy.
The Breakfast Academy Q&A goes live in less than 45 minutes. Alina was astounded. Did Zoe know and like Breakfast Academy?
Oh, right. Zoe's mom replied, you did tell me you needed to be home for that. She turned to Alina's mother and said, anime is all Zoe talks about. These days she likes drawing the characters so much. She even signed up for the after school drawing class. Is Alina also interested in anime?
Alina's eyes flew from Zoe's mom to her daughter. You like Breakfast Academy? What season are you on? Alina asked excitedly.
I've watched all of them, Zoe reported enthusiastically.
Yeah?
But my favorite is season 3.
Mine too, Alina said, her eyes lighting up. She couldn't believe that one other person in school who knew about her absolute favorite series was Zoe.
Maybe that ride home wouldn't be so awkward after all.
Okay. Ooh, that was a lot of reading.
That's too much. How many minutes was it?
I stopped the timer because it was the first page was 10 minutes, so I'm assuming that took us about.
You recorded it?
I recorded the end, yes. That took us about.
The end was my
minutes.
favorite because it was.
Because it was over?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
My bum is going crazy.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start again on the last couple of pages. On the last page, We're going to listen to what I recorded. It's just a minute.
Okay.
We're going to listen to what I recorded, and then you're going to read that part again by yourself,
Okay.
and we're going to record that, and we're going to compare.
Okay.
Then we're going to move on to the next thing.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you read the whole thing. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
So, did you notice that we both kind of stopped and made some mistakes the first time we read it?
Yeah.
That's called a cold read. A cold read is when you read something for the first time without ever reading it before. That's always going to be the worst example of you reading something, is the first time you read it. So going back and reading it again will help you comprehend, and it will help you read a little bit more fluently. So let's listen to what we did.
The after-school drawing class is also interested in anime.
Alina's eyes flew from Zoe's mom to her daughter. You like Breakfast Academy? What season are you on? Alina asked excitedly.
I've watched all of them, Zoe reported enthusiastically.
Yeah?
But my favorite is season 3.
Mine too, Alina said, her eyes lighting up. She couldn't believe that one other person in school who knew about her absolute favorite series was Zoe.
Maybe that ride home wouldn't be so awkward after all.
What do you notice about your reading?
I don't know.
You don't notice anything.
I sound weird.
Yeah, we all sound weird on the recordings. You don't sound like that in real life. What else do you notice?
I read a little bit faster.
Okay. I think you paused a little bit in between words because, again, it was a cold read. You didn't know what the words were going to be. So I want you to read from here down that paragraph, and then we're going to record and listen to it, and then we're done.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then we're done with the whole entire session?
No. We're almost. We've been here an hour. We have another hour, which we're going to do some stuff on the Chromebook.
Okay. Mom can't...
Right here.
Oh, right. Zoe's mom replied, "You did tell me you needed to be home for that." She turned around to Alina's mother and said, "Anime is all Zoe talks about these days. She likes drawing the characters so much. She even signed up for the after-school drawing class." Is Alina also interested in anime? Alina's eyes flew from Zoe's mom to her daughter. You like Breakfast Academy? What season are you on? Alina asked excitedly. I've watched all of them, I reported enthusiastically. But my favorite is season 3. Mine too, Alina said, her eyes lighting up. She couldn't believe that the one other person in school who knew about her absolute favorite series was Zoe. Maybe that ride home wouldn't be so awkward after all. I messed up a few times.
Yeah, but do you realize how the first time you read it was a lot slower? And the second time you read it was so fast. Gabby read that whole thing in 2 minutes. Do you know how long it would have taken you the first time? Like 7 minutes. Remember, the cold read is always the worst example of your reading because it's the first time you've read it, you have no idea what's going to happen. But the second read, look how much more fluently you read.
Anime is all Zoe talks about these days. She likes drawing them, the characters, so much. She even signed up for the after school.
See, look, you're now reading faster than this. Every time you're reading it, you're getting faster and faster and faster. I'm really impressed with that. That's really awesome.
Enthusiastic.
I'm glad that you were able to read those big words too. And I noticed you saw a couple big words and you kind of clapped them out in your head. You were like, enthusiastically. Yeah, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I want you to do. That's really awesome. Wow, I'm really excited that your accuracy improved after you read it again. It's really awesome, right?
We almost done.
No. But you can pretend. Okay. What's next is comprehension. Comprehension. So, remember last time we read that thing about the guy that was time traveling? And we did that thing on the Chromebook. We're not going to use the Chromebook till later, but what we're going to do is we're going to read this. It's 2 pages. Hold on, just get my stuff together.
Too much.
Don't worry about it. Let me tell you what's going on. So every good story has something that goes wrong and a way that it gets fixed. Okay? Can you think of a movie or a book where a character faced a big problem?
Descendants.
What happened?
The third one, Hades almost got out of the island, and then Mal turned into a dragon and blew him inside of the island again.
Okay. Yeah. I love that. Okay, so you can retell stories. You're really, really good at that.
Yeah.
That's usually, we practiced this a lot in our last sessions, the first, next, then last. You're excellent at that. So today we're going to zoom into a story and we're going to pick out the most important parts. Okay? We're going to practice finding the problem and the resolution in a story, and we're going to prove our answer with an example from the text. So I want you to pull out a couple quotes again. We're going to actually write the quotes on the back of this page, or better yet, this is how this is going to work. We're going to highlight with this the important quotes in the book or in the story. We're going to highlight what we think is important. So again, I'm going to read this. Me. You can follow along if you want to. I'm going to read this. The first time's a cold read, right? It's the worst time we're going to read it. We're going to kind of get to know what the story is happening, what's going on, and then we're going to go back in and we're going to pull some information out. What the problem is, what the resolution. Do you know what resolution means? Resolution is how they solved the problem, how they resolved it. So what the big problem is, you're going to write in here with your pencil how they solved it, title, and the characters. That's what we're going to identify. So write your name. I think it's under this. Oh, it's in my hand.
Nope.
I took this one, but whatever. And I want you to look at your paper, and I want you to write the title. Okay. You ready to follow along?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, so what do I do with this?
Just nothing yet. We're just going to read it for the first time.
Okay.
And then we're going to go in and pull some stuff out. Okay?
Okay.
This is called Michael and the Bully. I'm going to read kind of quiet like this. Can you hear if I read this quiet?
Yeah.
Okay. Michael woke up to the cold and icy October rain pelting his window. He yanked his covers back over his head and prayed that his mother would believe his act. He nervously waited before he heard a sturdy pounding on the door. Pay attention. Right here. Look at the words. Michael, his mother called. She paused for a moment before yelling again. Get up for school, Michael. Her voice was stern but compassionate. I can't, I'm sick, Michael mumbled through the sheets. Michael's mom opened the door in a flourish and peeled his covers down to reveal Michael's pretend sick face. He faked a couple of coughs and moans, so his mother put the back of her hand to his forehead to feel the temperature. I don't think you have a fever, Michael, she said, as she looked him straight in the eye. The problem was that Michael tried getting out of school by pretending to be sick before. She had an expression on her face that said, without her saying, I know what you're up to. She waited for Michael to say something, but he gave up and slowly got out of bed, got dressed, and dragged his backpack down the hallway. What's going on?
So Michael pretended to be sick so he couldn't go to school.
Did his mom fall for it?
No.
Have you ever faked being sick?
No.
Good. Okay. As Michael's bus rumbled down the street, the rainstorm fogged the windows. As he got closer to school, Michael began to feel nauseous. You know what that means?
Yeah, like
when you feel like you're going to throw up?
Yeah.
When he arrived at school, Michael saw that the playground was full of kids who were frolicking and playing. Michael scrutinized the Foursquare game, and there he was, Kevin, the genesis for Michael's anguish. What do those big words mean? Kevin, the genesis for Michael's anguish.
I don't know.
As soon as Kevin's back was turned, Michael sprinted inside. Michael, no running in the halls, the school counselor, Mr. Salvador, said as he loomed with his arms crossed. I'm sorry, Mr. Salvador. I just can't wait to start school, he explained and laughed nervously. Michael continued, thankful that he had eluded Kevin. Nearly every day, Kevin was Michael's worst nightmare. He stole food from Michael's lunch tray, shoved him down, and put repulsive garbage in his backpack. Worst of all, he spread rumors about Michael all over the school, which was harrowing. Last week, Michael had asked his best friend Lenny to come over after school to play video games and stay for dinner. Lenny used to come over all the time. However, over the past few weeks, he had made excuses to stay away, yet nearly every day Michael observed him walking home with Kevin after school. So what's happening?
So, his friend came and, they walked together and, Kevin saw them walking together and, Kevin, bullies Michael.
How do you know Kevin bullies Michael?
What?
How do you know Kevin bullies Michael?
Because, Kevin pushes Michael down and steals his lunch.
How do you know that?
Because it told me in the story.
Where? I want you to highlight the evidence of that. Remember, we're trying to look for the problem and the resolution. So right now, what's the problem?
The problem is that Michael's getting bullied
By
Kevin.
find a quote that shows us that. I want you to highlight it, and then I want you to write it in here.
I can't find it.
Your finger's very
Wait.
close.
Right,
Just one sentence that shows us. What did you highlight?
I highlighted, he stole food from Michael's lunch tray, shoved him down, and put
Repulsive.
repulsive garbage in his backpack.
Read the sentence before that. Nearly.
Nearly every day, Kevin was
Michael's.
Michael's worst nightmare. So that's it?
The sentence you highlighted totally works. I just think it might be a little long to put here.
I don't think it is.
Then write what you wrote. You could pick either sentence, but I want you to write it. Yes, and I want you to write it with quotation marks. You might have to write tiny.
Exactly like it's wrote
Exactly like it's written.
Okay. Should I write Kevin instead of he?
Nope. Keep it exactly how it's written.
Okay.
Good question. Okay. When you write a quote, I want you to put quotation marks in the beginning and at the end. Do you know what that means? Like this. Because that tells you that this is a quote from here. If you don't put that, then you're going to think that you plagiarized that. Do you know what that means? That you stole the answer. If you don't put quotation marks when you make a quote, it looks like you stole the answer. Isn't that cool? You have to know that when you get older and start pulling quotes out. Figure I'll let you know. This says characters. Who are the characters so far?
Kevin from Home Alone. And counselor. Oh my god.
What?
Why is there kids here?
Just keep going. Michael, Kevin,
The
But-
counselor.
put commas. Perfect. Because if you don't put a comma, it says Michael, Kevin, the counselor. If you do put a comma, it says Michael, Kevin, the counselor. It makes you pause for a second and shows that there's a list of things instead of just one big thing. Okay. Where do we end? Let's finish this. And then we can get into your Chromebook. Right here. Michael was almost to his classroom, Mr. Khalid's room, when he felt an eerie, all too familiar voice whisper in his ear. His stomach somersaulted. Not so fast, Kevin sang. He felt Kevin pull on his waistband of his pants and dump mud down them. The mud was seeping everywhere. And then he shouted, Michael, you better get to the bathroom. Without a word, Michael bolted. He heard Mr. Salvatore yell, but Michael didn't stop. He heard a cascade of cackling as he ran through the hall. That's really mean. What did he do? What did Kevin do to Michael?
Pour something on him, but I forget what it was. But there's a new character.
Do you want me to read you the paragraph again so we know what happens? Because it's really important. Okay. Michael was almost to his classroom, Mr. Khalid's room, when he felt an eerie, all too familiar voice whisper in his ear. His stomach somersaulted. Not so fast, Kevin sang. He felt Kevin pull on the waistband of his pants and dump mud down them. The mud was seeping everywhere. And then he shouted, Michael, you better get to the bathroom. Without a word, Michael bolted. He heard Mr. Salvatore yell, but Michael didn't stop. He heard a cascade of cackling as he ran through the hall. So what happened?
So, Kevin poured mud on Michael.
Like down his pants.
Yeah. And I gotta write the other character too. Mr. Salvador. Sounds like it's from Harry Potter. Kind of.
Okay, next page. There's a picture of what happened.
Oh.
Michael decided to hide in the bathroom on the cold tile in a smelly stall until school was over. He was holding back his tears when he heard a knock on the stall. Michael? Asked a calm voice. It was Mr. Salvatore. He slid a pair of new sweatpants under the door. I keep this in my office because someone always falls in a mud puddle. Why don't you change? I'll wait for you in the hall. Michael felt embarrassed, but he was grateful for Mr. Salvatore's help. He changed, and he and Mr. Salvatore went to his office. Michael spilled everything to Mr. Salvatore, who patiently listened. What does that mean? Michael spilled everything.
Like spilled the tea.
Yeah, he spilled the tea to Mr. Salvatore, who listened. All right, let's finish. When Michael was done, Mr. Salvatore said, Michael, thank you so much for sharing. Why didn't you tell me earlier? He said that the principal was talking to Kevin now and that he would also talk to him. Michael didn't really understand how that would help, but talking about it did make him feel better. At lunch, Michael asked Lenny why he wasn't coming over anymore. Lenny fessed up. I heard that you eat rats for dinner and that your mom sold all your video games, he said. That's not true, said Michael. Kevin was just making it up. Oh, man, said Lenny. I'm sorry, Michael. To be honest, I was afraid that Kevin would do that to me if I disagreed, but I should have just stood up for you. Did it hurt? Michael said. It did hurt, Michael said, but I'm glad that we are getting back to normal now. Do you want to come over today? Sure, said Lenny. I've been dying to play that new Space Blast game with you. As they strode down the hall, Lenny and Michael were thrilled to be friends again. Just as they were about to leave the playground, Michael saw Kevin heaving rocks up the slide. He sighed and said to Lenny, I'm going to invite Kevin to come. What's happening?
So,
You're shocked.
the teacher gave Michael a new pair of sweatpants.
Yep, a lot happened. You're right.
And Michael invited his friend Lenny over,
Mhm.
and he wanted to invite Kevin over, which that was a bad idea.
Well, let's see. After everything he did to you, Lenny exclaimed, he probably just needs some good friends like us to show him how to have fun without hurting other people, Michael said. He yelled across the schoolyard, "Hey, Kevin, do you want to come over and play the new Space Blast with us?" Kevin froze, dumbfounded. That kind of means shocked. He hesitated, but he finally dropped the rocks in his hand and said, "Sure, that sounds like fun."
Okay, so
The end.
So the resolution. What's the resolution?
Resolution means how is the problem solved. So what's the problem?
The problem is that Kevin stole food from Michael's lunch tray, shoved him down, and put garbage in his backpack.
Yeah, so what does that mean? What's the problem? So
that Michael's getting bullied
by
Kevin.
Yeah, and how is it solved?
Um,
There's a couple of things that happen that solved it, and I want to know what you think.
Michael asks Kevin if they want to play, and now they're friends because Kevin said yes.
But how did we solve the problem? So the problem is Kevin is bullying Michael. How did that stop? Why did that stop? What happened to make that stop?
Michael was being a good person.
Let's think about what happened at school that day, right? So Kevin put mud in Michael's pants and underwear. And Michael hid in the bathroom all day. And then how did Michael get out of the bathroom, and how was the problem solved? How did Kevin stop bullying Michael? What happened to him?
The teacher gave Michael sweatpants, and he went back to class.
And what was happening to Kevin at that time? Do we remember? Or no?
He was in the principal's office. Getting told never to do that again, and then
Maybe.
Michael asked him if he wanted to play, and he said yes.
Yeah. Okay. So to get Kevin to stop bullying him, and something that you should do if somebody's bullying you, is you need to tell an adult, right? So let's find a quote that shows that. Let's find a quote in the story that shows us that the principal was talking to Kevin. Or some sort of quote in here. It starts here. It's this paragraph and this paragraph I want you to look at, and I want you to highlight a quote that shows us how the problem was solved.
Michael felt embarrassed, but he was grateful.
Yeah, read those two paragraphs and then find a quote.
Was grateful for Mr. Salvador's help. He changed, and Mr. Salvador went to his office. Okay.
What'd you highlight?
I highlighted he changed, and Mr. Salvador went to his office. Michael spilled everything to Mr. Salvador.
Okay. Read the next paragraph and see if you can highlight something in there too.
Where do I stop though? Like just this and this and this and this and this and this.
Nope. Look through and find another sentence that shows the resolution.
When Michael article was done, Mr. Salvador said, Michael, thank you so much for sharing. Why didn't you tell me? Liar. Is it the one I just read?
Keep reading.
He said that the principal was talking to yeah.
You found it. You got it.
He said
The whole point of this part of our lesson today is I want you to find the problem and a resolution in a story, right? And to prove your answer with details from the text, with quotes from the text. So you could identify what the problem is by reading the story and comprehending, understanding what's happening. But it's important to find examples in the text and pull out quotes. I want you to figure out which one you should write.
I think I should write this one.
Yeah.
Because it makes more sense.
I think so too. Remember to add quotes, and I want you to write it. Really good job.
Why are these puzzle pieces?
Because it's the parts of a story. They come together in every story.
He said. Are we almost done?
Yeah. The next part of this session's super fun. Good. Quotation marks.
What's the next part of this?
Beautiful. Let me have that. That over there. I can't reach it. Amazing. Great. Okay, the next part is we're going to use our Chromebook today.
What are we going to do on the Chromebook?
We're going to write. Remember last week you wrote the story about your Griffin ride?
Yeah.
When you went to Virginia?
Yeah. You want me to write it on the computer?
Close. Last week I noticed when I asked you to write something, you didn't really think about or plan your writing. You immediately grabbed a pencil and started writing, which is a good skill to have. But I also want to take some time with you to plan our writing before we start. So, we need to plan our story. I moved it over here already. We need to plan our story to make sense. So I have this for you. And I'm going to model it. I'm going to show you what I would do first. Okay? We're going to use this skill to write a story. We're going to brainstorm ideas, write some sentences, and then at the end, we're going to type our story on the computer, and then we're going to use the checklist again. I'm going to model it first, which means I'll show you how I would grade myself, and then you're going to do it, okay? So for example, we're going to think, and I want you to write a different story, not the Griffin ride story. I guess you could write the Griffin ride story if that's something you have a lot of information about. So beginning, middle, end. Watch, I'm going to do it first. I'm going to think of a story. So let's take a minute and think about something.
Cats.
I'm hungry, so I'm thinking about cake.
I had cake last night.
Remember how, since we're going to be writing a story and not just an event that happened to you, we just talked about how all good stories have a problem and a solution, right? I want to see that here. So beginning, I'm going to say, my character wants to bake a cake. Bake a cake. In the middle, she realizes she's missing an ingredient. Missing an ingredient. And at the end, she figures out a solution. Right? Figures out a solution. Maybe she switches the butter and uses egg whites instead, or oil, or whatever. You know, this is just kind of what I'm thinking. Now I'm going to use a really good opening sentence, like, last Saturday, I made a cake for my friends. Period. That's my first sentence. You're not going to be able to fit your whole story on these lines, but I want you to start thinking, okay, missing an ingredient. Dot, dot, dot. I'll come back to that. I realized I had no eggs. Exclamation point. Oh no. Figures out a solution. I used, what can you use instead of eggs? Yogurt instead. And it tasted yummy. Exclamation point. Okay. And now based on my beginning, middle, end, a couple quotes I want to use, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to start typing out a story. Okay? So that's what I want you to do. I'm going to get the story paper, the document all set up for you. I want you to refer back to this when you're writing. Okay. Let me think of a really good opening sentence. And if you want to write more or add more to it, you can.
Do I start on the computer?
You can start wherever it works for your brain. If you want to write a couple sentences down first on the paper, that works for my brain, but everybody thinks differently. I like that you made a nice organizer, but if you're ready to start typing, the computer's a really great resource too because you don't have to erase, you just backspace.
Yeah.
So, really good question. Can I have your pencil? Actually, it works better than this one. Thank you. you make this a couple of paragraphs too. So take your time. We have an hour left.
How do you
If you don't know how to spell something, I want you to try to sound it out as best as you can, and then if it comes up red and squiggly,
got it?
it'll come, yeah, there you go.
Um,
I wrote my story on paper so I can show you how to use the checklist. We'll do that after. What you got so far?
It was a windy Monday morning. I woke up and I went to go eat breakfast and watch cat videos. I love cats. And when I was watching the cat videos, I suddenly thought, I really want a cat. So I went to the
Good job.
adoption. How do you spell adoption?
Sound it out.
Adoption.
Good. See, it will self-correct for you, which is awesome. Helpful.
Center.
You have very good posture.
Right?
You have good posture. You know what that means?
No.
You don't sit like this. Your back is very straight. I have to work on my posture.
Yeah, you do. Because you're like,
I know. Because I'm old.
but I'm like,
I know. That's good.
yeah.
What? We're almost done. We have like a half hour.
Can we get Wendy's after this?
No, it's 11 a.m. Keep writing. We'll see what happens. It's so random.
Torturing me. I need it. You want to hear my first paragraph?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, I'm done with this first paragraph. I'm
Okay.
moving on to my second. It was a windy Monday morning, and I woke up and went to go eat breakfast and watch cat videos. I love cats. And when I was watching my cat videos, I suddenly thought, I really want a cat. So I went to the adoption center and I saw it. I saw the cat. I really, really want I really, really want it. Want it. This is being weird. I said want it.
Because there's no, well, right click. See where it has that? Right click. Do you know what that means? Up more. Yep.
Want it. So I looked at the prize and I saw that is kitty. Wait, I saw that this kitty was $100. $124. Wow, that is a lot of money. Oh, I don't have that kind of money. I need to start saving up for this kitty, I said.
Amazing quotation marks. I love it. Keep going. Amazing. Great imagination.
Because I really, 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 really want a kitty myself. So
In real life?
yeah.
Cool.
So
Keep going.
I'm like itchy.
Yeah, because we're stuck inside and your body's itching to get some sunlight. So let's finish up.
I need a stretch.
Okay. Here, take a stretch.
I need a stretch.
Don't like bend over backwards like a crab walk.
I need to though. That's how I stretch.
You popped.
Yeah, so in school my teacher says that you can stretch. So I stretch.
And you do that?
Yeah.
Is everyone like, wow?
Oh, okay. Too much. It's really funny.
I love it.
But you want to see something a bit scary?
No, I want you to finish your story. We're close. We're so close.
Can I just be done?
No.
Like,
Nope. We're at 1 hour and 48 minutes. We gotta get to 2:15. We have like 20 minutes left.
20 minutes?
You have to finish your story. All I have is the beginning and the middle. Look at your organizer. What did we say we wanted to do? Do you remember? I could make you handwrite it. That would be worse, right?
Okay. can't tell because I make $15 an hour and I work 20 hours a day or 12 hours a day.
Whoa. Okay, so $15 an hour, 15
15
times
times
20 hours, or 12 hours, 12 equals.
180.
You can't work 12 hours a day. That's against child labor laws.
But I'm not a child.
In the story, you're not a child?
Nope.
Okay. You can't. Most people work 8 hours a day. You can't work 12 hours a day.
Again.
Put 8. 15 times 8.
120.
Mm-hmm.
But then I
You have to work 2 days.
$4 more.
So you need to work 2 days. You can't work 12 hours. That's crazy. That's from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. That's all day and night. Gianna doesn't work 12 hours at one job. She has a couple different jobs.
No. Today, Gianna went to work at 8 o'clock and she's coming back at 8.
She has a break in there and she's covering other people's shifts. Isn't she doing 2 jobs today?
No.
She's just at Pet Goods?
Yeah. So... I forget what it is again. 120.
Don't do that.
But it's good.
Yeah, but you can't write it like that. It's not gonna make any sense.
Slay.
Done?
No.
Okay. the space bar. Huh.
But it's written up here perfectly fine.
Well, that's not how it's spelled.
That makes more sense. How many more minutes?
15, which is perfect. We have to do our review checklist, so let me know when you're done.
Okay.
And then we're going to do our little checklist, and then we're done.
Done.
Okay.
Wait. Perfect.
Okay, read it out loud.
The whole thing?
I want to know what it says. How am I supposed to know if you don't read it?
Okay. It was a windy Monday morning.
Beautiful. Amazing start. Wonderful. You hooked me. Continue. I love it.
And I woke up and I went to go eat breakfast and watch cat videos. I love cats.
Me too.
And when I was watching my cat videos, I suddenly thought I really want a cat. So I went to the adoption center and I saw it. I saw the cat I really, really want. So I looked at the price and I saw that this kitty was $124. Wow, that's a lot of money. Oh, I don't have that kind of money. I need to start saving up for this kitty, I said. So I started to get a job so I can get the kitty. So I can get the kitty. And I make $50 an hour and I work 8 hours a day. So that would be $120. Then I need $4. So that means that I can get buy I just hung up on her.
That means that I can buy.
That means that I can buy That means that I can buy the kitty. Yay!
Do you know how to stop it from ringing?
No, I can't.
Grab it. Yeah, you can.
Can't.
Watch.
Why?
Press the down volume. That's it. You just press the volume down and then it stops ringing.
Where was it? Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
I can buy the kitty.
I can buy the kitty. I can buy the kitty. Wait, I can buy the kitty. I can buy the kitty. I am going to the adoption center. I got the kitty. It is a black and white kitty, and the kitty's name is Oreo.
Very cute. Okay. So the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to use our revising checklist. Okay, super important because today we need to practice checking our work with a checklist. Okay, because you're going to be doing this as you get older. So this is my story. I'm going to read you mine. I handwrote it. I didn't type it. Last Saturday, I made a cake for my friends. I really like funfetti, so I made that. After I gathered my ingredients, I preheated the oven. First, I added my dry ingredients, and then it was time to mix in the wet ingredients. Oh no! I just realized I have no eggs. What am I going to do? Instead of freaking out, I got to work. I opened a cookbook, nothing there. Looked online, was completely overwhelmed, and finally asked Alexa. She gave me a really good solution, yogurt. I added yogurt to my mix, put it in the oven, and baked it. When the timer was done, I pulled it out, let it cool. It was finally time to take a little taste, and guess what? It was perfect. That's my story. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my checklist is...
Don't want anybody stealing it.
Okay, you have to pay attention. What I'm going to do with my checklist is, okay, I'm going to write my name. Oh, I forgot a title. Did you put a title?
No.
I'm going to make a title.
Me too.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Click over here. No, not there.
Where?
Like, go back to the beginning and hit enter a few times. There you go.
Okay.
Babe.
I need to make it big.
Okay. What's your title going to be?
How to get a kitty.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to write my title on the pay attention. I'm going to write my title over here. I wrote mine's I can bake. So I'm going to check off. Did I reread my story? Yeah. Did my story make sense? I think so. The story has a clear beginning that describes the characters, place, and time. Yeah, because it said last Saturday I made a cake for my friends. So you could kind of get the idea that I'm in my kitchen, right? Cool. The story has a clear middle that describes the plot, the problem. Did I say the problem?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I said I have no eggs, so yes. The story has a clear ending resolution. What solved the problem? Yep, the yogurt, right? Each sentence is a complete idea. I think so. I wrote an interesting and descriptive words in each sentence. I guess so, right? I wrote a catchy title. Mine's I can bake! Exclamation point. Okay. Each sentence begins with an uppercase letter. No, mine doesn't. Right here doesn't.
That's bad. Bad girl.
and this doesn't. So no. I is always capitalized. No, I didn't do that either. Each sentence ends with the correct punctuation. Yeah, I did that. The names of people and important places are capitalized. I didn't have any people, so I'll check that off. Quotation marks are used when someone's talking. Nobody talks, so I'll check it off. Each new paragraph is indented. No, I didn't do that. I circled the words I did not know how to spell. I didn't need to do that. I used writing resources to collect the spelling of words. That means you use spell check on your computer. You definitely did that. My handwriting is clear and legible. I'm going to say no because it's a little hard to read. Yeah. So that's it. So some things I checked off, some things I didn't, but I think it was a pretty good story, and I want you to do it for your story. Write your name and the title of your story, and then go through it.
Can I have the pencil?
Yeah, sorry. After this, we're done because we only have 5 minutes left.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
I read it. The story makes sense. Yeah. I did write a catchy title.
Okay, now let's look at conventions.
Mm,
Each sentence begins with an uppercase letter.
yeah. Because it made it do that.
That's true. It did make it do that. I is always capitalized.
Yep.
Each sentence ends with the correct punctuation. Correct. Which means that if your sentence is super exciting, should it end in a period? What should it have? There are a couple places in there where I see you were really excited.
Slay.
What did you change it to? From a period to a what?
An exclamation point.
Nice. Okay.
Well, now I changed it.
Yep. The names of people and important places are capitalized.
Well, there was no names.
Well, there was at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And wait, important places. What about the adoption center?
No. The center need to be capitalized.
Nice.
Slay.
Quotation marks are used to show when someone is talking. Didn't you do that?
Yeah, but I didn't do it for everything.
Perfect. Each new paragraph is indented.
What does it mean?
Watch. I circled the words I did not know how to spell. We didn't do that, right? I used my writing resources to correct the spelling of words. Do you know what that means?
Oh, I didn't really have to do that.
You did.
Yeah, so.
Anywhere where it had the red little squigglies, we figured it out, and when you wrote it, you sounded it out, and it corrected it for you. That's what that means. So you did do that. My handwriting is clear and legible. You typed it, so yeah, I would say so. Really good.
Well done.
You didn't write the title on this page, though. Just write the title.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're good.
Oh.
Perfect. Let's stop it here.